Hey, it's Jeff
Madeline.
and today we're going to talk about the GardenFit Seesaw technique. So first, let's talk about balance, all right? Balance in the body. That's what this is all about. So we'll start from the head down, right? So what do you think the human head weighs?
About 8 pounds.
About 8 pounds. Very good. So let's take what is kind of like an 8 pound head. Let's take a bowling ball. Everybody's seen a bowling ball. It's got little holes in it. Let's take one of those holes and slide it on top of our finger. So you're holding a bowling ball up with your finger. As long as you keep that balance, there's not a lot of stress. It's just coming straight down and you're pretty good for a little while. Let's take that bowling ball and move it off balance for a second. Now I'm starting to feel immediately something in my joint here. And after a while, it's going to radiate to the wrist, down the arm, up the arm, into the shoulder, the neck. I'm going to really be tortured by having that off balance. We want to bring it back on balance. So that's where the seesaw technique comes in. It puts your body in a balance where you're not generating all kinds of stress and aches and pains
Right.
into your shoulders, your neck, your back, your hips, all the way down. So let's just do a little demonstration here, show you how the seesaw works. Think of your upper back and your chest as the seesaw, and the pivot is your shoulders, your upper back, and your neck, your head area right here. So you see how we're kind of level. Now what happens when somebody sits on a seesaw? Go ahead and go into good, really super good posture. You see how the upper back kind of drops down, the chest comes up. She didn't have to raise her chest. All she had to do was use good old friend gravity and drop those shoulder blades down. Now, let's go very gently into poor posture where that bowling ball is leaning over. And you see how her chest dropped and Madeline's upper back came up. That's the seesaw, right? So let's go back to good posture. Watch that seesaw. Good. And we're back to lower here in the back and higher in the chest. Very good. So that's kind of how the seesaw works. And you know where I'm going with this, but first
I
I want
do.
you to I want you to tell me and everybody out there, what are some uses that you have when you use a seesaw?
Well, first of all, I use the seesaw whenever I'm gardening, whatever garden chore I'm doing. But now I use it when I walk and look at my garden. I use it when I get in and out of my car. I use it when I'm in the supermarket pushing a cart.
Excellent. Yes. Now we want you to get into using it in all those places too. So let's teach you how to find the seesaw. It's really simple, and you know what we're going to do, right?
Yes, I do. We're going to slide our shoulder blades into our back pockets.
All right, so put on your favorite pair of jeans. Here we go. So Madeline's going to just show you from the front. I'm going to go to the side so you get two views of it. You're going to just stand there nice and comfortable. Now you want to not use your head, not use your shoulder, not use your neck. That's not your shoulder blades. I want you to take your shoulder blades and slide them down into your back pockets. And when you do that, your chest emerges and you look really healthy and powerful, just like those statues you see, in Greece and Rome. They're all standing like this. You don't see any of them pushing, you don't see the gods and goddesses pushing pillars like this. They're in good form, right? And we
They are.
taught that in form. So let's just understand something here. This is not a shoulder blade. This is not a shoulder blade. Neither is your head. This is your shoulder blade. This is what slides down to those back pockets right here. So you don't need to wiggle your shoulders around easy. You just need to go ahead, just drop that down. There you go. All right. So practice that at home. Practice sliding those down into the back pockets.
And so when I'm gardening, Jeff, if I'm reaching high and pruning, I love balancing the front weight and the reach with my shoulder blades down and using my back muscles.
Excellent. Right. So you've got all this weight sitting out here now. All right. The arm's heavy. You've got this. This is heavy. I'm going to put a little weight on it. All right. So now you've got somebody sitting on that end of the seesaw. Now, we don't have arms sticking out of the back of Madeline, so she has to use those muscles to pull the seesaw down. So there you go. And that takes all the stress off the pivot points, which is your shoulder, your neck, your upper back. Very good.
Also, when I'm carrying something in front of me, really anything heavy in the garden, I, of course, use the seesaw.
Very good.
I
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
balance it out.
That's a heavy bag.
It is.
All right, we're gonna make it a little heavier. Okay, so now you've got this seesaw dropping down here. How do you fix that seesaw? There you go. Just drop those shoulder blades down, and it takes the stress off this. This isn't holding anymore. Now balance is holding it, and that's the most key point.
It is. So,
All the way down to the spine. Yep, I just wanted to get that in there. All the way
the
down to
spine's
your
important.
spine.
So, of course, when you're bending over to pick up something or reach for something, you're going to hunch a bit. You want to go back into the seesaw. Of course, if you're bending over and hunching a bit because you got to get into a pruning spot, fine, we're all human, but you have to get back into the seesaw. As a matter of fact, if you use the seesaw the majority of times that you do anything, you will find that you will have less aches and pains. It's just a wonderful technique.
Excellent advice.